Hi, for today's teardown we have the Accumetrics VerifyNow system. It is a medical device used for platelet therapy response testing of platelets of customer will react to drugs and adapt which drug you will give him as aspirin or others, apparently. So before you go any further in this video, I strongly recommend you watch this video at your upper right corner. It is a glorious video in 240p that will explain everything you need to know about this device. Okay, if you are back, we can go on. So as you did see in the video, we have a slot here to insert the test cartridge, which I do not have any one of them. But I have the calibration cartridge that must be used daily to test the device, so we will do it. First overview of the device. So apart from this slot here, we have a display, function keys, keyboard. Here for some reason it is written for research use only, not for use in diagnostic procedures. Barcode reader on the side to read the barcode of your test cartridge. Little fan on the back. Printer on the computer communication port. Regular medical grade IEC slot, power button, and on the bottom here we have a manufacturing label with the serial number for those playing at home. So I got this device for 10 euros on German eBay, which is not bad. So now we will power it on and see what happens. I have the very dirty original mains cable. So let's go on. It takes a while to boot. We have information here, but it is extremely deep. It is about a data light mini BIOS, and it did test the RAM for 4096K, and now it is doing further test. But after it, the display will be more easy to read. Here we are. So it is still written the system is warming up, because as you did see in the device description video, it needs to heat the blood sample at 47 degrees. And here, strangely enough, we have an analog clock which is accurate. It is the real time. This device was still with the correct date and time when I did receive it, by the way. Why they did include an analog clock here, and after it is a regular digital clock, not sure. So we have still to wait a few more seconds and it will be good to go. Okay. We have contrast settings. We have a main menus function. So here it is to insert a test cartridge, but I have no one to do. We have here folder with the last results, it seems, with the date code. So it was last used in 2009 by the looks of it. You can print them. We have here the settings with what is this? Security code, I do not need it. Information about the device with serial number. And what next? I think it is everything. Somewhere I did find previously error log, but we will insert our test cartridge. So it is made with containing 4 little optical filters, it seems, that are actuated with magnet in or out the way. So there are 2 kinds of tests for this device, the EQC, this one, and another wet test that I do not have. So it is making weird noise and we have to wait. So as you did see in the video, we must have some pneumatic system and we have some green light systems. Apparently we can see a green light shining here at the bottom. And probably some photodiodes or other kind of light sensors. It is a very light device, by the way. It is less than 2 kilos. So the noise you are hearing now is maybe the motor actuating the little filters. Okay, I can remove the cartridge, and what do we have? It is computing and it did pass the test. Really nice. So by the looks of it, this device is actually in working condition. Okay, but we are here for the teardown, so let's do it. One more tag here on the side by the Seward Hospital or anything. Test on tag label. Tested by G. Beard on 2009. So it may be the date actually of logs inside. So maybe it was tested and never put back into service. Okay, to open it, we have 4 security screws, which are double dot screws. They are too deep, you will not see them, but luckily enough, I happen to have here a very old mobile phone toolbox from the era of Nokia and Ericsson mobile phones, with this tool, which will fit perfectly. So I will remove one screw and we'll be able to see what it does look like. So it looks like this. Here we have a safety label. Check for opened or dot pattern. Actually I did already remove this label because I could not wait to see the contents. So as you can guess, there is some high precision stuff inside and probably a motherboard with the computing power. So excuse me for the last screw here. So it will be nice design of the case. Working devices, similar ones, are not far from 1,500 euros on eBay, so it is not a cheap device at all. So let's lift this part, and here we are. So first you can see very even copper coating, regular display, the keyboard, the little container here for the test card. On the other side, I will try to disconnect properly everything here. Actually, this one, it is barely possible to undo it. Do we have any manufacturing date code? Not yet. So here are the guts. Obviously here very small power supply with only one voltage output, it seems, according to the wire colors at least. Motherboard with one very annoying Dallas real-time chip with integrated battery. And I see only two main ICs. In fact, this might be the microprocessor. NH642RB by National Semiconductor. Will you be able to see it? It is very small. Really not a lot of electronics. Epson chip here, some power supply stuff here, and it is all. Here we have our little barcode reader. No laser, it seems it is just regular red LEDs, so nothing special to see here. Not a USB, sadly enough, according to the number of wires. I was expecting to be able to reuse this for something else, but seems to be quite proprietary. And here we have main sensor assembly with pneumatics to drive the blood in the testing cartridge. Copper foil here for shielding purpose, and this unit here, which seems to be the main sensitive unit. So I will need to take this apart carefully. Apparently we have here one pressure sensor and a few Allen screws to undo, because I want to see what we have here on the side. It is where the interesting stuff is. Really difficult to unconnect here, so I will unconnect the pneumatics elsewhere. Let me grab my Allen wrenches and try to undo this thing. Yes. Luckily enough, it is using metric screws, despite of being an American brand. Seems we have card-to-card connectors here at the bottom to undo this unit. So it should unconnect quite easily by the looks of it. According to how tight the screws are, it looks like it was never taken apart. Okay. So not much to see in this thing. I was expecting more electronics and stuff, but you can never know. Okay. The circuit board seems very clean, no budge wires or anything. Really nice design and construction, as you can expect for something that expensive. So, oops, okay. I did miss here the grounding strap. Okay, and I need to disconnect that little pipe here somewhere. Here should be nice. Okay, and this one also. Actually, this one. Long wine here. Excuse me. It should come. Do not want to break anything. So, okay, I was able to unroute this. Okay. And we have one little connector here. So, as you did see, very nice construction here. And the main unit is out. It is what we want to have a look at. So we have a module in two parts. A little stepper motor here that will move this thing. That are just probably, yes, 4 neodymium magnets. So to move the mixers in the test chambers, there are probably some bits of metal that will be actuated by these magnets and mix the blood with the reagent. And we have two small printed circuits. So the air intakes to the test cartridge are here. Can I actually split this thing in half? Not easily because of this seal here which is glued on. So instead I will just undo the two circuit boards. So this might be the heating device, yes, to heat the blood sample. So a temperature sensor probably, and some kind of an heater resistor in here attached with one Allen screw. And let me undo this first circuit board. Very tiny screws, Imperial this time, Imperial screws. Okay. So what do we have? Yes, as expected, we have 4 very expensive looking either photodiodes, I believe. So this might be the receivers, but you can see we have what seems to be LEDs at the side also, beside each one, and it is shining to the test device here through these holes. Micro switch here to detect whenever you insert the cartridge. So if I take back my testing cartridge, yes, it will move all this and it will lock in place like such, and we can see the 4 little filters here I did show previously. Okay, so this is the first side. Let me reinstall it and we will have a look at the other side. So, other side we have a bigger circuit board with actually more stuff than expected. Because I did just spot this area here full of parts. Okay, so what do we have here? Can I lift this board? Yes. Wow. So this might be the sensors on the other side where the LEDs, it seems. We have a whole bunch of what seems to be infrared sensors. So my guess is they will detect the level of blood in the cartridge and check if the blood was correctly driven to the test parts on the bottom and driven out this chamber. And here we have 4 very impressive infrared sensors, photodiodes or anything like this. I believe it is the first time I see similar devices. Do we have any number? Yes, but it is extremely small. But you can see 24009641 and 0726. At the bottom that might be a date code. And an impressive array of these sensors. Yes, it looks like each time you have one infrared LED and one photodiode or something like this. And of course it is shining here through some kind of infrared filter to the side of the cartridge. Okay, very impressive stuff. I was not expecting this device is here. Apparently we have some hybrid ceramic circuit with dye on it and golden tracks. Okay, interesting. We will have a quick look at the other parts remaining. Like this, so the display made by Densitron with your regular Sanyo IC controller chips. Some kind of backlight integrated, it seems. Might be a blade. Keyboard is just your regular silver layer flex keyboard. And here at the back we have the... I will not bother removing this circuit board because there is not much to see. The barcode reader is a generic one with yes, LEDs and the CCD here at the back, so nothing special. Here we have on this metal plate some kind of pneumatic valves, two-way valves, and here our little pump that will pump air through the cartridge to drive the blood in the where it needs to go. A little fan here with a little air guide. And it is all. So the most surprising is the little amount of electronics in this thing, computing electronics I mean. Just one tiny microprocessor, maybe not sure if your BIOS and firmware will be in this or inside the microprocessor directly. Medical grade IEC socket has Q fuse as always. And the power supply is made by Condor. There is a sticker here on the side. Nice quality switching power supply, it seems, for medical equipment. But anyways, this device is never in contact with a patient. It is just in contact with a blood test cartridge. So no major safety issues here. Okay, so it was a quick little interesting teardown. The seller I got it from on German eBay has a lot more equipment with very random prices from 10 to 1000 euros and most. So if I spot anything else at affordable price that seems to be interesting and possibly not too much biohazardous, I will grab it. This one is really clean because the blood will never leave the test cartridge. So no biohazard here at least. Okay, I will put this back together. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.